Traders, so yesterday I'm sitting on my couch drinking my pina colada, enjoying my weekend. Alright, so Monday through Friday I live and breathe stocks, trading options, finding the best place possible. But all of a sudden I get a text from my best friend's wife, and it's gonna be something very surprising to you. You see, I randomly get this message and she's saying, "Hi, where can I buy SAFEMOON?" Because she knows I'm the stock guy when it comes to all of the friends, and she came to the right guy. But she's getting a little bit out of my comfort zone, if you will, and getting into crypto, which is almost pure speculation. So in this video, we're going to cover everything Tiffany needs to know about SAFEMOON, and is it going to be a good long-term, short-term, or a swing play in the mix when it comes to crypto? Or should she just go with stocks? So let's get right into that content and not waste any more time. Like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm gonna try to make this video as quick, as fast, to the point so you can get my opinion. If you want me to make a tutorial going over how exactly to buy SAFEMOON, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want a follow-up video to giving you more TA on this crypto as well, leave a comment below. So let's get right into it. So as we dive into this is SAFEMOON's website, safemoon.net. And the key point here is going to be the roadmap. Now, it's not too detailed. They're very new. They just basically came out in the beginning of March. So we have quarter one, quarter two. Quarter one, very, very basic. They just, came out. It is what it is. So quarter number two, where they have me interested is going to be the NFT space, because we know all the stocks, if you've been on the channel, have been blowing up when it comes to NFTs. And if they can establish their own NFT marketplace, this could really have a value in the near-term future. But as of right now, there's no actual use case for SAFEMOON. You're investing in a hope and in a dream. But if this NFT marketplace does in fact play out, and they're going to continue with the architect process, which basically means they're coming up with the idea for the marketplace, they haven't really even started constructing it. They're just drawing it out right now. So you're really pre getting into it. So you need to know that if you're looking to buy it for the long term. These are very important parts to know. Now, there's two major things when it comes to SAFEMOON that I like, that I love, and that you need to know. One is going to be fees. Now, traditionally, when we talk about fees on a stock or on a crypto, they're pretty bad because you have to pay them. So whenever you're buying SAFEMOON, there is an automatic fee when you want to sell. So if I buy $1,000 worth of SAFEMOON, if I want to pull that money out of SAFEMOON back into Bitcoin and into US dollars or whatever currency you're in, you have to pay a 10% fee flat off the top when you sell. So this is very incentivizing to make people hold. So we have a lot of people talking about AMC and holders and this and that. So if there wasn't a big fee for people to get out of AMC, there'd be a lot more holders and people would really think twice before they got out of this. But with SAFEMOON, there's an automatic fee, and a lot of people don't really know about this until it's time to sell. 2.5% of that goes into BNB, and the other 2.5 goes into transaction fees on the actual blockchain market for people who mine it, and then the other 5% is just transaction fees. This can get a little bit confusing, and I'm not covering too in depth of this part, but it's important to know 10% of that is flat fees. So automatically off the bat, if I invest $1,000, I'm down essentially 10% just based on that alone. So as we get back to the roadmap, I want to really get into here. Right here on quarter number 3, which is going to be the third quarter of the year, going basically from June all the way into September, August, give or take, we finish our crypto education app and begin our own charity project. This isn't really that great of news. We will begin a community listing donation raise for several exchanges: Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken. So this is one thing that's really important to know. If they get listed on Binance, the stock or crypto will absolutely skyrocket. Look at the past instances of crypto being available there, because it'll be a lot easier to buy and sell SAFEMOON. It'll be essentially an easy one-step process. Right now, it's pretty long and drawn out and very confusing for the average person. So it's very important to know. So that will be huge for them, and I can anticipate they easily 100% from that range right there. So just take that into account. But that could be a little bit and could take a while. So that's important to know. The rest of their, quarter 4 stuff isn't that important. The main thing you're going to focus on is the fees and, them getting listed into Binance, Kraken, and Coinbase potentially. I don't see Coinbase happening for some time, but the Binance is going to be the big one to look for. And then after that, you're going to want to watch for the NFT marketplace and the progress they're making, because if this happens sooner than later, we always know first to market typically does the best. so SAFEMOON can get that out there. I see real progress that they can make, but let's get into the chart and see what's going on right now. Okay, so as we can see at the top right here, you can see that they are actually down 8.4% on the day. But there's a few things I want to point out here. One, you're going to notice that I'm not using TradingView because SAFEMOON is not on TradingView right now, or it's down, or it's I don't know what's wrong, but it won't let me use it. So let's not talk about it. I really am kind of frustrated that I can't use TradingView for this, but let's continue to look. So we're sitting and trending at this range essentially over the whole weekend, and we really like to see it. So what I want to do is actually zoom in a little bit more here. I'm gonna take a really quick screenshot. My iPad's about to die, so let's make this very quick. So what I want to do is actually draw a few things just so you can see what I'm looking at. So you can see we're obviously getting rejected at this trend up here, and it looks like it wants to push back down. One thing you can also see is we were making higher lows along this move up. So we had the higher low, almost a higher low, and now we're breaking back to the downside. So it looks like it wants to start getting a push back down. But one thing I do want to point out is people tend to try to buy the rips on the upside. So essentially with crypto right now, if you don't know, there's some pretty bad news going on. And I want to point this out so people know exactly what's going on with crypto and why we're seeing such a downturn. So Saudi Arabia actually announced that they're trying to ban cryptocurrencies. The word might here looks terrible. Like, honestly, might is not a strong enough word for the speculation going on behind this. Saudi is very, very intent on banning cryptos in the country. That'd be very bad. And it's not just Bitcoin, it's not just Ethereum, it's all altcoins. It'll be completely a federal offense if you break the law there. So take that into account. You can get around this with VPNs and stuff, but I don't recommend doing that, and it will cause a lot of fear when it comes to crypto. So take that into account, and I believe that's why crypto is taking a big hit. Bitcoin got under 50K. So take these all, into consideration. So coming back to the chart on SAFEMOON, what I want to point out is we had something previous like this, and we're seeing a lot of fear coming into the weekend, right? So the weekend's a very interesting time when it comes to crypto, because if you don't know, crypto is traded 24/7, 365. You can trade crypto day, night, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., it doesn't matter. The market never closes. That's why crypto is considered the Wild West, if you will. So as we look, we had a lot of similar movement going into last weekend. We actually had some bullish trending going up, but then we also had some consolidation right here going into the 21st, 22nd, and then you can see as well, what I want to point out is right here, from the 17th, essentially on Saturday, through the 18th was that sideways movement. We didn't really get that break back to the downside, or as bad as it looks right now, but it was this sideways movement, and then we started pushing back up throughout the week. That's something to stay focused on. Crypto wasn't really that strong this week. It actually had some downturn from the weekend, so take that into the account from last week. So it doesn't necessarily need Bitcoin to rip. There's a lot of momentum behind these altcoins that are pushing them up. So when you're buying into them, you're not really buying because of the fundamentals. You're buying purely because of speculation, and you're gambling. You need to know that when it comes to these plays, Dogecoin, SAFEMOON, it's complete gambling. Now, there's no catalyst, there's no fundamentals, there's nothing like that right now. But in the long-term grand scheme of things, if SAFEMOON can become that NFT marketplace, it could potentially be huge, essentially worth 1 cent. I could honestly see 1 cent worth in the coming months if it actually hits that NFT marketplace, and that's where the money will be. All right, traders, so that's going to wrap up the video. I do think there is potential on SAFEMOON down the road, but right now it's at a crossroads. But I will say one thing. People are buying when we're reaching those local tops. The best time to buy is when you're getting these dips. Now, there's a lot of residual risk when it comes to this crypto right now, because you've already hit those local highs, and it is, essentially a penny of a penny's worth. That's what you're buying into right now. But if you have $1,500 to throw in there and to forget about, you could essentially maybe 100x that in the coming months. But you have to just have money that you're saying, I'm willing to lose it. I'm going to throw it in here. Whatever happens, happens. Because this is one of those plays that could really start to take off if a few things line up perfectly, and if they get listed on these exchanges as well. Think of these exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq. These are just exchanges where it's made a lot easier to trade, because right now it's very difficult and confusing for most retail people to get into these positions. That's going to wrap the video up. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do. We'll be back. Have a good one. Namaste.